What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here. So I know we did a video the other day talking about Russia and NATO and the threat of escalation, and things have only gotten worse since then. So basically, since then, we've got some disturbing reports coming out of both Russia and in many NATO countries where basically the headline, many high-level officials within NATO are reportedly calling for preemptive strikes, or not calling, but at the very minimum, discussing the possibility of preemptive strikes if they are seeing indication that the Russians are planning for strikes on a NATO country. Now, it's also important to note, guys, that the NATO has repeatedly said in the past they would not, under any circumstance, do a strike on Russia. They don't want to have direct involvement in that sense. But that rhetoric has changed, and again, the issue is here, they're saying they have indications that possibly the Russians are going to strike a NATO country in retaliation for the West allowing Ukraine to use these ATACMS on their territory. Now, again, this is from, to be very specific here, guys, this guy Rob Bauer, who is a high-level official in NATO, he described it as positive that NATO has changed its stance on its nature as a defensive alliance. In addition, the perception of the view that we need to sit back and wait to be attacked and then only react has changed. It is smarter not to wait, but to hit the launchers in Russia in case Russia attacks us. A combination of precision strikes is needed to disable the systems that are being used to attack us, and we must strike first. This is a NATO official, guys. This guy Rob Bauer here. So, a little concerning. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think you should be hitting Russian missiles without any indication of an attack. This is very insane to me. And this also comes, guys, as Trump is actually met with the NATO chief this past week at Mar-a-Lago, discussing a lot of these security implications. So the fact that this is still out there after that is even more concerning. Also, guys, the Russian media is now basically openly discussing the possibility of strikes in Europe. So incredibly concerning stuff. And the idea that the Biden allowing the missiles to be used on Ukraine is the reason for this, I don't know. I mean, American missiles to be used, I'm not sure that's the case, but the UK has also allowed missiles, and France. And then you have the United Kingdom, guys. Their military chief said they're prepared tomorrow, if war erupts in Europe, to be sending troops into the field. Now, guys, this is not a normal situation. This is relatively new. This is not, the rhetoric has amped up significantly in the last week or so because of this, and it's not good on many fronts. The question is going to be, does this escalate, or is Trump and American officials able to de-escalate and get a compromise solution of this war before he takes office, or in the short term? Because right now, this does not seem good at all. Seems like we are very close to war on the Russian front. And then it comes out that German officials are actually planning for the possibility of turning German subways into air raid shelters. Guys, that is insane. We're in this point right now. But again, Russia, to be the one positive, I guess, of this would be, yeah, Putin's rhetoric has amped up. But to be fair, he's had a lot of rhetoric like this in the past where, like, for example, when the war first started, he said, if anyone who intervenes in the war, they'll face consequences the likes of which the world has never seen before. I mean, there's been obvious intervention by all these countries, and nothing's really happened on that front. So, again, it could all just be bluster, but the fact that NATO's calling for preemptive strikes is pretty wild, and it indicates that maybe the Russians are planning something, or they just want to attack Russia first. But we don't know. Again, a lot of it is just speculation right now. But again, the person who said that, guys, about the preemptive strike, the chairman of NATO's military committee. This is not some Joe Schmo here. But again, extremely concerning situation developing in the region. And I think you got to follow the expert because, again, especially on Twitter, there's so much false information out there. So you got to follow you got to try and devolve into what is correct information, what is true information, and what is just propaganda accounts or even bot accounts just pushing stuff. But again, extremely disturbing situation. Things are only escalating on the rhetorical front, but who knows what's going to happen. It remains to be seen. I think over the next few weeks it'll become clear. And as far as the Israel front, guys, we got reports of an Israeli-Lebanon ceasefire potentially in the upcoming few days. So hopefully that'll get done soon and we trend towards peace. But things are escalating in not the right direction right now. We've seen increased attacks on the Ukrainian capital of Kiev, and Ukraine is still sending American missiles into Russia. So things are not looking great, and hopefully we can hope for the best. Make sure to like and subscribe, and any new news coming out on that front we'll have Trump's cabinet picks and continue to get interesting reviews. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.